bring him.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and your staff. They comfort me in times of need. Selena. Nobody cares, and nobody will come to save you. Whoa, we're starting a bit too early here. Let's see how we even got here in the first place, shall we? Let's run it back a bit. What would happen if Batman was erased from existence? What do I mean when I say that? Well, I don't mean for him to just die. No, completely wiped from the face of the planet and history, so nobody in the DC universe will ever remember him or the things he's done for justice. It can't be done, right? He's so intertwined with the building blocks of the entire DC multiverse. His family, the Waynes, have been involved in basically creating society in Gotham. Multiversal versions of himself even have their own corner of a multiverse dedicated to just them, the Dark Multiverse. It's impossible. Well, in Batman the Detective, a villain named Equilibrium tried to do that exact thing, to erase everything Batman has ever done, but failed. But in the storyline Batman Outlaw, the Orgum family don't exactly say that's what they're gonna do, but their actions speak louder than their words. The villainous family believe that they can erase Batman from Gotham's memory, and they have a plan that might actually work this time. Who are the Orgum family? Well, there once was a man named Anatole Orgum who bought a piece of land somewhere in Gotham in 1692, and when he died, he passed it on to his next of kin, Loricious Orgum, who eventually changed his name to Arkham. In the last arc of Detective Comics, Arkham Asylum is destroyed, and a mysterious woman is on her way to Gotham to lay claim to the land and to Batman's head. That mysterious woman's name is Shavhod. She is a near immortal servant to the Orgum name. When Shavhod arrives in Gotham, she hypnotizes a police officer into capturing a weakened, poisoned Batman using a strange mask named the Mask with Multiple Eyes. She captures him for her master, Arzen Orgum. Only a few hours before you will walk to your death. The Batman will be executed, and Gotham will go on without him. He tries to break his spirit even more, but even with his body filled with poison, he can still sense him fighting in there still. The more he fights, the more his memories will fade, unfortunately. But somehow he can still manage to speak. He can't believe it. The poison isn't taking him as it has everyone else before him. He continues to fight. Meanwhile, in Catwoman's apartment, a ninja appears from the shadows, but he means no harm. He explains that they're blaming Batman for the explosion at Arkham, and he's in a cell now below Arkham where his mind is being torn to bits by an Asmir poison, and in 3 days he will be hung. She can't believe it. That's not legal. You can't execute a man. But a mask? A myth? Someone who operates outside of the law. There's much you can do to a symbol if you can convince enough people. The reality engine, the device he was trying to retrieve, sits beneath Orgum Place. From there it warps the narrative of Gotham and its people against Batman. And with that symbol defeated, torn from its power, his influence weakens. 3 days until Batman is hung. A lifetime of service, and this is what it gets you. 12 feet of rope and 4 beneath your feet. 3 days to rescue Batman. The first thing every good outlaw needs is a crew. Up first, Gordon. He's at a rundown bar washing away his sorrows when she sits beside him and informs him of what's happening to the bat. He can't believe it, but she gives him a reality check on where they currently live, and he understands what must be done. He has connections to people in high places, and he agrees to help, but asks her, what will she do now? Put a crew together to go steal myself a Batman, Commissioner. It's just the two of us for now, she says, as she exits to go searching for people not afraid of anyone. Someone not afraid of the law. Someone who only answers to one person. God. Azrael has entered the fight. While Catwoman recruits the wrath of God himself, Gordon puts his ear to the ground and hits up an old friend. He explains how the masked woman has been manipulating the people of Gotham with her subliminal messaging and videos and her literal earth-warping reality engine. She says that even if I do believe you, what do you need from me? He's not looking for some hired guns, just someone on the straight and narrow who can watch his back. Montoya joins the crew. Meanwhile, Selina Kyle is crawling through some backwater swamp, breaking into a house filled with vines. It's poison ivy. She tells us she's putting together a heist, but she's not here to recruit her. She just needs a plan. The crew meets up to discuss plans. Selina, Gordon and a few new faces show up. Aiko Hasegawa has ties to a big Yakuza family and sometimes dresses up as a backup cat. And Cassandra Cain, aka Batgirl, aka one of the most deadly assassins alive, but she doesn't kill. The plan. Every hand is won or lost in the gap between what the table knows and what you know. We're outnumbered, outgunned, and they're going to be expecting us. These are the cards on the table. So to begin with, we're going to split their attention. The Organs are still holding people down in the tunnels. The ones who haven't been turned to Asmer yet. Now more than ever, they can't afford to be seen doing anything wrong. Montoya goes on to say how she was trapped down there in the tunnels too, but Solomon Grundy of all people got her out, and he knows them well. He doesn't need a map. Oracle will be the eyes in the sky. And Cassandra, well, you're gonna have to just deal with this one. She goes on to explain how they were short on numbers, so she took anyone who would play along. Mr. Freeze isn't just anyone, but they're after the same thing, so he's on their side. For now. That night, the cat leaps across rooftops and through vent ducts to see her prize. It's worth every risk there is. The Organs rush the room, but she's gone. They know she's planning something, but say they're gonna need something more than a cat burglar. Well, how about an archangel? Bring him. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and your staff. They comfort me in times of need. Selina. I'm not a religious man, but Batman has one saving grace right now, and it comes in the shape of two old police officers, a woman dressed like a cat, a poisonous villain, and a literal incarnation of God-given vengeance. She tells him that nobody cares, and nobody will come to save you. Oh, how wrong she will be. The day of the hanging. As Batman walks to that 12-foot rope, as he still resists the asthma. No normal man would be able to walk, let alone speak. He's asked for his last words. They are right, all who stand in the darkness. Do so in hopes of looking to the sun. How can you not? Look how beautiful the daylight is. My mother's song in the air. My father's hand on my head. Though every sunlit boy cannot help but cast a shadow. I am your shadow, Gotham. I will always walk with you. The crowd gets riled up and begins to turn. They want him spared, but it's too late. A bag is put over his head, and laughter can be heard from the distance. Only one way to hang a shadow, you know. Hours before the Batman is hanged, in the tunnels below Gotham, Aiko and Montoya takes out some guards. Below is clear. The skies are under the control of Oracle, and Gordon has an eye on the GCPD. The cat is put into play. They're targeting a large transport truck. Time to deploy one half of their secret strike team, Batgirl. Now for the other half. Minutes before Batman is hanged, the Organs receive word of the trouble the crew are causing. They send out a strike force to take them down, but Gordon gives the word and the transport truck is blown sky high. But that's not all the cat left. She left a little surprise in the truck for the opposing forces, and only God can save them now. He takes down the guards and gets ready to face the Organs beast. Security is thin. Cat makes her move on the Organ Prince. Stop the hanging or he dies, she says. But she goes on to say her son will make the necessary sacrifice if need be. She cares not for her son and walks to the balcony. She shouts over the masses. Give Shahad the word. Go ahead. Hang the Batman. She's failed. She was playing games, not grasping the reality of the situation. They won. And she lost. Luck is an unkind mistress. Although what's the point of playing if you can't lose? She knows a thing or two about taking risks. But what does she know about rescues? The hand has been played. The river turned. And bets made. The enemy had called her bluff. Oracle tries to get over the situation and help her people still in the tunnels. The ladies are still fighting the good fight, with the help of Grundy. Azrael is still engaged in battle with the Organ Beast. The Beast goads him by saying they lost. Batman is dead. But he goes on to say, there are yet embers smouldering within the darkened heart of Gotham, as he lights his sword and blows up the truck from earlier. Back at the Organ's place, they tell the cat to tell her troops to back off. She's lost. Did you hear me? She asks. She heard just fine, but for some reason they keep calling her Selina Kyle. But her name's Aiko. She drops smoke bombs and leaps from the building. A spectacle to all on the ground. The perfect bluff doesn't sell the lie. It sells the opponent the promise of victory. The Orgam Asmer roam the streets of Gotham. Of course the Orgams would expect a plan to rescue Batman, and it'd be near impossible to keep such a plan secret for so long. So we gave them exactly what they wanted. Tunnels were a distraction meant to split the Orgam forces. The big armoured angel up front, a brute force attack meant to sow chaos. So the Catwoman could sneak in and stop the hanging, rescue the Batman and save the day. They foiled us every step of the way. Ruined my plan. The Batman was hanged. The Batman is dead. They won. Sold. What do I know about rescues? I'm a thief. I don't rescue people. I steal things. During the commotion with the explosion and the swinging Catwoman, everyone will be distracted as they wheel off the Bat's body. Nobody pays attention to a dead man. She takes care of the guards and is now alone with her love. He's not dead. That night when she broke into his cell, she kissed him goodbye. Her lips were laced with Poison Ivy's poison. It slows down the body and gives the appearance of death, but it's activated by adrenaline. When he hung, it kicked in. All that muscle in his neck kept his spine intact, and Ivy's poison did the rest. The girls in the tunnel were not meant to distract. They were meant to use Grundy to make paths for safe passage under the ground, for the Bat. They surface at an old train station where Gordon awaits with a van, ready to blend into the chaos. Now the real distraction was Freeze and Cassandra. The best combatant teamed up with their biggest risk. They knew Mr. Freeze would want the reality engine more than anything else. They also knew he would betray Cassandra. He's played his part. The hand is won. All that's left now is to say goodbye, with the help of an old foe. They have something in common. They would both risk their life for the Bat. Enter Talia al Ghul. Selena Kyle. Talia al Ghul. She entrusts her beloved to the safekeeping of the daughter of the demon head. He's not dead, but he's not alive either. It will take some time, but he has been broken before. Batman will return. Well, what do you think? I absolutely love this story from Ron V. It's from Detective Comics issue 1076 to 1080. I think you should go check it out because I left out a lot on purpose. And if you like this video, like, share, comment, subscribe. Comment down below, let me know what you would like next, or suggest a character you'd like me to do a video on. Check out my other videos, I have lots. But yeah, peace.